Hi everyone, so welcome to today's class. So today we are continuing with the EWM basics, the third class, and it is the final class. Okay, then we will be moving further where we have left or where we are continuing with the configurations. Okay, so here let's understand what is a there are some concept related to warehouse request or warehouse task or warehouse orders are there. So we will try to understand those. Okay. Now here you might have question or some people already question in the comment section. Are these warehouse orders are similar to the transfer orders we are having in the um, warehouse management or in the ECC version we are having a warehouse management who don't know about it and they are new to the EWM. So there is a WM concept is there. There we are having some concept like warehouse um, let's say transfer request and transfer orders. Okay, so today it will be clear to you if it is similar to the warehouse request or warehouse task and warehouse order, if it is similar to the transfer order and transfer request. Okay, so first of all, what is a warehouse request? So warehouse request is basically it is a activity. Okay, so warehouse request is activity like your goods receipt or while you are doing goods issue posting or posting changes or put away or picking. Okay, any kind of thing will be there. So it is a request. So it is same of your like we are having the transfer request. We are having TRs in the let's say in the warehouse management. Okay, TRs. So in the TR we are having, let's say there might be some um, goods issues will be there, goods receipt will be there. For posting changes, we are having PCN. For that one, we are not having any kind of TRs or anything. But other than that, if we say about similarity, so we can say it is similar to the same as of the transfer request of warehouse management. It is kind of same. We cannot say it is the same to that one, exactly replica of that one, but it is kind of similar. Okay, so these are the warehouse request document. Okay, so whenever there is a warehouse request documents have been created, let's say there is a goods issue um, is created or goods receipt document is created, then in the warehouse it then one warehouse task will be created. Okay, so task here you can say task is basically when you are going to physically move the product. Okay, it is kind of, let's say we can say it is similar to the warehouse task are similar to the what are we are having in the transfer order. So once you are receiving the transfer order in the WM, then you have to move the product, right? So then we have to do like any kind of goods movement are there, so we need to perform that one. So similarly, whenever you are having a warehouse task in the EWM, then it is a physical process or process for, let's say, movement of material. Let's say any kind of physical or logical movement of material, we have to perform the task. So tasks are basically it is assigned to the resources. So once you are assigned with the task, you can go and you can perform your task. We have already discussed those with the warehouse task part. We have already discussed about those. Okay, so basically whenever there is a task will be there, so warehouse process type will be determined. Okay, what is a warehouse process type? So warehouse process type will basically it will contain the data related to the direction of the movement. Direction of the movement means, let's say if it is put away, then direction will be from the source destination source to the source means from the logical place to the destination storage bin. So storage bin is your destination location. If it is a picking, then it will be direction will be from the, let's say, from the source bin, or let's say source bin is that is a physical bin. From there you have to move to the logical area or logical place. So similarly it is opposite of the put away. From the logical area, let's say from the picking area, or let's say from the door area, you have to take it to the final or destination storage bin. Okay, so it will contain the direction. So next it will have the location information. as I have mentioned, source or destination, whatever location will be there, it will be containing those information, and it will contain the process related settings. Okay, again I'm saying this to all of you. Try to remember this, try to understand these pointers, try to note it down. Okay, document, it is already completed. I'll be sharing by today. I'll be sharing this in the in our website. So link will be provided in the comment section. Okay, you can just go there and click on the link and you can get the document from there. If you need the document, you can get it. But I will suggest try to make your own notes. Okay, try to make your own notes. If you are going for any kind of certification, if you are going for any kind of interviews, it will be very helpful for you. So this is basically your warehouse request or warehouse task. This is how it will be created. Now if we go to the task, so in SAP EWM, tasks are basically the warehouse order to execute the physical movement of in the warehouse as we have discussed. So physically we have to move the products from one place to another. If you say about the if I say about the let's say the goods issue process, if the goods issue process is there, let's say in here you can say this is my location, let's say these are racks, I have my materials in here. So from here I'll open one box, you can see there are multiple boxes are there, or here you can see over the pallets, here you can see some of the boxes are there. So I'll remove some of the boxes, or let's say if one product from the box I need, so I can remove the one product from that box and I can move it to, let's say, this kind of area. I can move it over here. From here it can be loaded to the trucks or a transportation unit. So just opposite of this one, let's say truck has been arrived here, truck has been arrived over here. I'll remove the products from here. I will, let's say, arrange like this one. I will store something in the open spaces. I'll be, let's say, inspecting this stock, then I will be finally moving this to the rack area. So here you can see there are rack areas are there. I will move to the rack area. Okay, so this is basically the things which we can perform. And in the posting change, let's say in the posting changes, what we can do, we can move, let's say, from this place to this place, or we can change from one bin to another bin. We can change from one rack to another rack also. We can move as per the requirement. We can move from one location to another location, that is also required. Okay, so here you can see what are the warehouse tasks are there. So here you can do the put away, the picking, the posting changes, internal goods movement, goods receipt, and goods issue posting. So these kind of activity, or what we call as a warehouse task, you can perform. Okay, now next one is your product warehouse task. So what is a product warehouse task? So product warehouse task is basically a physically transfer of product into the warehouse, okay, or out of the warehouse. So what is a product warehouse task? So product warehouse task is basically when we move the product from, let's say, from the warehouse, from one warehouse to another warehouse, or from one storage bin to another storage bin. Any kind of situation might be there, so that we called as a product warehouse task. So what is a product warehouse task and how it is different from the warehouse task? So basically your product warehouse task will be containing the information of the product which you need to move, the quantity which you need to move. Okay, let's say I need some boxes to move from place A to place B. Okay, so destination location to which you are going to move the product, source and destination location, those kind of things will be available. And moreover thing, what is special about the product warehouse task? So once you are creating any product warehouse task, it will be creating a reservation quantity. Likewise, we are having the reservation in the module, right? So whenever there is a, let's say, production order is created, then one reservation will be created against that, right? So whatever material is required for production, that quantity of material will be reserved so that it will be not used for any other purpose. So similarly, when you are creating a product warehouse task, so there will be a reservation quantity will be there. So how much quantity you need to move, that quantity will be maintained as a reserve, so that those quantity you cannot use for other task. Okay, other task or other any kind of let's say request or task, you cannot use those materials. So this is special about the product warehouse task. Okay, now next one is your HU warehouse task. So what is a HU warehouse task? So similarly, there in the product warehouse task, you are moving the product from one place to another. In the HU warehouse task, you have to move the HU from one place to another. Okay. So similarly, it will be having the information on the HU, which HU you have to move, source location of the HU, destination location of the HU, and quantity, how many quantity, or let's say if it is one HU, then it will be maintained as the quantity also mentioned as one only. Okay, so the handling unit, basically the handling unit can contain the product or they can contain multiple products inside it, but this whenever you are creating a HU warehouse task, this will not create any kind of reservation. Okay, so just understand the difference. Whenever you are creating a product warehouse task, that will reserve the quantity, but in case of HU warehouse task, there will be no reserve quantity for it. Okay, now let's understand the warehouse order. So warehouse order, what is a warehouse order? So let's say there will be multiple tasks will be there. So multiple tasks can be grouped together to form a work package. Okay, for the warehouse employees. Okay, so whenever the warehouse tasks are created, they will be assigned to the warehouse order. Okay, so there is a warehouse order creation rule is there. Based on that warehouse order creation rule, let's say maybe multiple picking, packing, or let's say any kind of posting change notice can be combined to a warehouse single warehouse order. Okay, so the source and destination bins also, it can be determined with the warehouse task. So it can be determined with the warehouse order creation rules. Okay, so basically it can be, let's say you are working in one activity area. So in that activity area, let's understand it this way. So here you can see, so here you can see this person is working in this area. Okay, this area this person is working. So let's say if there is any kind of picking order or there is any kind of let's say put away order is there, or there is any kind of posting change notices are there, which let's say the source bin or destination bins are located over here. So that kind of activity can be assigned to this person, and this person can work it easily. Okay, he can move the product from here, and he can also get the product to this location, he can move it. Okay, so here you can see, here if you see, a person is moving a lot of things. Okay, so this might be a single order, this can be a multiple order, or let's say this can be multiple task. If we say about the task, this can be multiple task which is combined into a order, and they can be placed like here. Okay, like here you can see it can be placed in one location. So as per your let's say your activity area, in which activity area the let's say the devices, the RF devices we are having, and the employees or the workers we are having. Okay, so they are working in some places or some locations. Like let's say if you are working in let's say any kind of IT company, or you are working in any kind of office, so you are having a desk there, only you are working, right? You are not going here and there, you are working anywhere. Okay, so similarly with the warehouses also, there are activity area will be defined, and you will be working in a single place. You should not work in the whole warehouse, or you should not work, or you should not be um, traveling around the around the warehouses, and you are going to whole places. Okay, because you can here you can see these are a very big warehouses are there. Okay, so these kind of warehouses only are there in the EWM. So you will be having places. So here you can see, if you see this picture, if we click on this, so here you can see so here you can see there is a large place is there. Here you can see two employees are working. Here you can see this person is having a let's say this is forklift. Okay, so he is working with the forklift. He is placing some of the items over here. Here also you can see one person is working. So here there will be some activities area will be defined. Let's say you can work on this side and also work on this side, means your adjacent side, as per the policy activity area. What are the activities area are there, what is your location is there. So as per you that, the different kind of task can be given to you, and different kind of tasks can be combined into a order. Let's say you are moving one material from here. Okay, so that is a picking order. Let's say you are placing one material in here, so that is a put away order. So that both of the picking and put away task can be combined to a single order. Okay, so that is also possible. So you can assign that to a resource who is working in this area, so that will be automatically defined. Okay, so this is basically the process of EWM. Okay, so these are some of the basic concept or basic processes of the warehouse or extended warehouse management. So some people have asked if the warehouse order is same as the transfer order. So I believe till now you got a confirmation that warehouse order is different from the but is there in the transfer order. So transfer order is basically we can compare it as the warehouse task. We can compare it to the warehouse task, or we can say it as a warehouse request. But mostly warehouse orders are different. Okay, warehouse orders can be combined from let's say put away and picking, they both can combine. Okay, in transfer order you cannot combine those kind of thing. Only let's say for picking you can have one transfer order. For let's say for inbound delivery you can have one transfer order. For outbound delivery you can have a different transfer order, right? But here you can have one in one warehouse order, you can have multiple things. Okay, so that's it about the basics of EWM. I hope these classes will be helpful for you. Okay, definitely this will be helpful for you if you are going for any kind of certification exams, you are going for it, or you are going for any kind of interviews. These are pretty much basic things will be there. They will be asking you in the interview also. Try to make your notes, try to make your pointers. So this thing will be available on the website. If the document directly we can post it, we will be posting it over there. If it will not be posted, so similarly as per the previous document that we are sharing with the Google Drive, so we can share it in the Google Drive itself. Okay, so that's it for today's class. Let's meet up again with the new class. Till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.